President Miao made clear that South Korea can play a role of bridging between East and West.
最大的关心的部分就是中美关系的吧，他们两国之间的关系稳定下来，整个世界经济都稳定下来，所以这次 APEC 会议对整个世界经济非常重要的。
After the shock of President Trump's tariff, Korean people was hurted in heart. Now realize that Korea-China relationship, especially economic relationship, is very important.
This year's APEC is set against a shifting global landscape. How will China-US relations evolve? And where will South Korea position itself between its two largest partners? Our journey begins in Seoul, where we seek out voices with deep insights into China and the United States.
我是06年考上北大，从本科到博士一直在北大上学。
I'm supposed to US specialist, but keep saying that, oh no, we have to also think China is important. But I think that's the reality.
In the nation's intellectual heart, we explore how the world looks through a uniquely South Korean lens. Over the weekend, Chinese and US delegations held closely watched trade talks in Malaysia. This week, the world's gaze turns to South Korea.
It's very difficult to expect the result of the dialogue between two leaders, but I think that President Xi keep the simple ideas. He only wants free trade and multilateralism. President Lee Jae-myung, he also supports multilateralism and free trade. Free trade and multilateralism is the basement of prosperity. But America is now the troublemaker.
Any major conflict between these two superpowers is a complete disaster for both of the countries. That everyone knows, and the rest of the world as well. We don't want to see the big tariff war. It's not good for our business. It will eventually hurt American economy as well. They rely on Chinese goods. China will continue to grow economically. China will become even more important for South Korea. The more I study, the more I realize, in a way, it is true that Americans need to realize the world is different now. So I really hope much more rational, thinking or approach will eventually prevail. We need more people like Nixon or Kissinger in this 21st century. They understood the reality. It requires more shrewd leadership or better approach or more effort before they act or they say something about China.
South Korea being stuck in between this US-China economic competition.
So what's the best for South Korea, ideally?
There's a bridging between US and China. He tries to engage both countries at the same time as much as possible. I think that's the only choice that we are having now.
America and Korea have a long history of military cooperation, economic cooperation. But now, our government, our president, have to make the new relationship for the future. We are not a colony of America. We are independent country, and we are economical big country. We pursue the balance of national relationship between US, between China.
How many kids do you have?
Two.
Two. And where are they?
My girl was educated in USA. My boy was educated in China.
Really? Amazing.
One China, one US.
For decades, South Korea and China shared close ties. After a turbulent few years, the local media and public are now beginning to take a fresh, level-headed look at a rapidly evolving China.
大的事件，还有经过疫情，那个人际交流那个缩小了。1月份开始，最大的出发点就是 DeepSeek， 还有 Thomas Friedman， 他在那个美国的媒体上发表，那个未来不在美国，而在中国上海，因为他刚刚去过那个华为的 campus， 很多韩国人看了那个他的文章之后，受到了很大的惊讶。中央日报他的董事长带知识分子出差去那个访问上海和杭州，中央日报大报道他们董事长的中国行，这个直接影响到那个韩国的知识分子界，韩国人才知道一定要那个多去中国那个观察。
How effective Chinese government's policy was to encourage young entrepreneurs and businessmen. That is something that the South Korean media or press are looking at China's case and discussing internally as well.
最近韩国企业又希望再进入中国市场的吧，因为中国的科学发展速度挺快。如果我们中国市场上，我们那个得到竞争力的话，整个世界那个市场上得到竞争力的一种的那个证明的吧。我感觉韩国企业不要逃避，应该跟中国企业一起竞争，应该是好学习的，这个是不可避免的。AI 企业方面的 drone robot， 韩国的阿姨们非常爱买中国的 robot cup
扫地机器人。
这个。
As China's technology and industry develops, I think it is natural that we are also competing. Through competition, we can develop each other's strength. So this is not zero-sum game. The big picture is that competition should be taken as natural and positive aspect of economic exchange.
应该跟中国方面的合作学习什么这些的不？如果抛弃中国市场的，我们的经济也没有未来了吧？
Some lost years during the previous conservative government, President Lee has a sincere will to improve our two countries' relationship.
This time, President Xi will pay a state visit to South Korea, his first in 11 years. Experts see it as a pivotal moment, one that could unlock deeper economic and trade ties.
The speech was talking about the prosperity of Asia,
Exactly. Yeah.
not just China and South Korea.
That's right. He promised to send some Chinese books to SNU. So next year, thousands of Chinese books arrived. So we made Mr. President Xi Jinping Library and our SNU library. His visit to Korea this time is so important for Korea. We really hope to see these two leaders, Mr. President Xi and President Lee, will reset the Korea-China relation, which, by the way, has been already happening in a way, with first Chinese initiative of giving a visa exemption for Korean people. So I end up with visited China 4 or 5 times without visa. South Korea is reciprocating that kind of policy by providing visa exemption for the group tourism for China. I see more and more Korean tourists in Shanghai, especially the young people.
APEC 会议是会成为那个中韩关系新发展的起点的。两个领导人直接见面之后，下面的就事务的那个领导干部之间会交流人际关系啊，还有学术交流，还有旅游，还有最重要的是那个 FTA。
Sanxing and Shanghai want new relationships. Gyeongju Business Summit will have a good advance for the exchange of high-tech technology and the people and the products.
一定要那个想出新的合作的领域， 中国开放那个医疗市场，
这个对韩国来说是机会。
对，还有中国和韩国的在那个制造业方面的合作上，下一步的那个新的合作的领域是具体是什么？其实现在知道的呢肯定很少吧，但是第一步就是在多增加两国之间的人际交流。
Would you worry that China's rising power would be a threat to South Korea, or it's actually better to have a powerful but peacefully rising neighbor like China?
So that's one very important question that everybody right now is asking. It's not only the power that determines the relations among the country, but it is also how you think about each other, or how you connect with each other. Thousands of Chinese history is more about how to keep the China peaceful, plus that kind of cultural understanding or affinity.
While filming in Seoul, we came across a wedding. As the bride held back tears, thanking her parents, the cultural affinity between us, so often spoken of in our interviews here, took shape before our very eyes.
We have long exchange for more than 2,000 years. We have common cultural basement in many fields. So young people have to learn past the history of our two countries.
Coincidence or not, June, the host city of APEC 2025, is no stranger to global connections.
I visited many times Xi'an. I also visited many times Gyeongju. Arabian merchants came to Xi'an, and they also came to Gyeongju. Even though Gyeongju is a very small city, Gyeongju is very similar to Xi'an, museum city. So many historical spots, king's tombs and temples, pagodas. Cultural and historical exchange is very important.
You need to have Chinese friends at the personal level. Then you can understand Chinese perspective more deeply. I'm happy to make another Chinese friend.
Oh, me too. Thank you so much for everything today.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you for visiting us. Please come back again.
안녕하세요. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are good friends, historically, culturally.
上个星期六，清华北大还是经贸大学的6个老师，我们过来我家一起喝酒。最近我们一般爱喝汾酒，还有烟台凉。
I have this special program for Korean military general. We serve some this Chinese, baijiu. They just compare and completely. This is the best.